Deep within the Bay of Bengal, nestled among the Andaman Islands, lies a place shrouded in mystery and danger. This is a land that has intrigued explorers and researchers for decades, yet remains one of the least understood places on Earth. North Sentinel Island, a small, densely forested island, seems like a paradise from afar. Its untouched beaches and lush greenery paint a picture of serene beauty, a stark contrast to the bustling world beyond its shores. But this island holds secrets, fiercely guarded by its inhabitants. The dense jungle canopy hides more than just wildlife. It conceals a way of life that has remained unchanged for thousands of years. This is a place where outsiders are not welcome, a place where curiosity can cost you your life. The island's isolation is not just geographical but also cultural, enforced by the fierce protectiveness of its people. The Sentinelese, the indigenous people of this island, have lived in isolation for centuries. Their way of life is a window into humanity's distant past, a living museum of ancient traditions and survival skills. Cut off from the rest of the world, they have developed a unique culture and way of life. Their tools, crafted with precision, and their methods of hunting and gathering are a testament to human ingenuity and adaptability. Their language is unheard, their customs unknown, their history a mystery. Each artifact and ritual holds stories that we may never fully understand, locked away in the collective memory of the tribe. They are a living testament to a time untouched by modern civilization. Their existence challenges our understanding of progress and development, reminding us of the diverse paths humanity has taken. The outside world knows little about the Sentinelese. Our knowledge is limited to brief encounters and distant observations, leaving much to speculation and wonder. We can only estimate their population, believed to be somewhere between 50 to 150 individuals. This small community has thrived in isolation, maintaining their numbers through generations. Their language remains undeciphered, their social structure a mystery. How they govern themselves, resolve conflicts, and pass down knowledge are questions that remain unanswered. What we do know is that they are hunter-gatherers, living off the land and the sea. Their skills in fishing, hunting, and foraging are finely tuned to their environment, ensuring their survival in a challenging landscape. And they have made it abundantly clear that they prefer to be left alone. Any attempt to contact them has been met with hostility, a clear message to the outside world to respect their boundaries. The Indian government, recognizing the Sentinelese's right to their isolation, has declared the island and its surrounding waters a restricted zone. This legal protection is crucial in preserving their way of life. Landing on the island is strictly prohibited, and approaching within 5 nautical miles is against the law. These measures are in place to prevent any disruption to the Sentinelese and to protect both them and potential visitors. This is not just for the protection of outsiders, but also for the safety of the Sentinelese themselves. Their isolation has shielded them from diseases to which they have no immunity, making contact potentially deadly. North Sentinel Island remains a forbidden paradise, a place where time stands still. It is a reminder of the world's hidden corners, where ancient ways of life continue to thrive, untouched by the march of progress. The Sentinelese are often portrayed as hostile and aggressive, and while it's true they have violently repelled any attempt at contact, it's important to understand the context of their actions. Imagine, if you will, strangers arriving on your doorstep, uninvited, speaking a language you don't understand, their intentions unclear. Wouldn't you be wary? Wouldn't you do everything in your power to protect your home and your family? Their isolation is their shield, their hostility, their defense mechanism. They have survived for centuries on their own terms, their existence a testament to their resilience. They are the guardians of their island, protecting it from the outside world, just as it has protected them. The dangers on North Sentinel Island are very real. The Sentinelese are skilled hunters, adept at using bows and arrows and spears. They have been known to use these weapons with deadly accuracy against anyone who dares to come too close. But the dangers go beyond the immediate threat of violence. There is also the risk of disease. The Sentinelese, having lived in isolation for so long, lack immunity to common diseases that we take for granted. Contact with the outside world could expose them to viruses and bacteria that their bodies are ill-equipped to handle, potentially wiping out their entire population. The story of North Sentinel Island is a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the potential consequences of unchecked curiosity. This small, mysterious island in the Bay of Bengal has captured the imagination of many, yet it remains one of the most isolated places on Earth. It's a story that highlights the importance of respecting boundaries even when those boundaries seem impenetrable. The island is home to the Sentinelese, a tribe that has lived in isolation for thousands of years, fiercely protecting their way of life from the outside world. The allure of the unknown can be a powerful force, driving us to explore, to discover, to understand. Adventurers and researchers alike have been drawn to North Sentinel Island, captivated by the mystery of its inhabitants and their untouched culture. But it's crucial to remember that our thirst for knowledge should never come at the expense of others. The Sentinelese have made it clear through their actions that they wish to remain undisturbed, and it is our responsibility to honor their wishes. The Indian government's decision to declare North Sentinel Island a restricted zone is a testament to this understanding. By enforcing strict regulations, they aim to protect both the Sentinelese and those who might be tempted to intrude upon their land. It's a recognition that some places are best left undisturbed, that some cultures are best left to flourish on their own terms. The untouched natural beauty of the island serves as a reminder of what the world once was, before the advent of modern civilization. The Sentinelese have made it abundantly clear that they wish to remain isolated, and it is our moral obligation to respect their wishes. Their traditional way of life, their customs, and their very existence depend on this isolation. The island, despite its forbidden status, continues to fascinate. Its mystery is a powerful draw, a siren call that beckons to the curious and the adventurous. The mystery surrounding the Sentinelese, their way of life, their very existence, is a siren call for adventurers and researchers alike. Yet, the risks of contact are immense, not just for the outsiders, but for the Sentinelese themselves, who have no immunity to common diseases. But the island holds a powerful lesson for us all: the importance of respecting boundaries, the value of cultural preservation, and the potential consequences of unchecked curiosity. It teaches us that not all knowledge is ours to seek, and not all places are ours to explore. The story of North Sentinel Island is a reminder that there are still places on this planet untouched by the modern world, places where time seems to stand still. These places are rare and precious, offering a glimpse into a past that has long since faded elsewhere. These places and the people who inhabit them are not museum exhibits to be gawked at or studied. They are living, breathing cultures, deserving of our respect and protection. Their way of life is a testament to human resilience and the diversity of human experience. They are living, breathing cultures, deserving of our respect and protection. By honoring their wishes and preserving their isolation, we acknowledge the richness of human diversity and the importance of cultural preservation in an ever-changing world. The history of encounters with the Sentinelese is a turbulent one, marked by misunderstanding, fear, and violence. This small, isolated tribe has fiercely protected their way of life for centuries, resisting any form of outside contact. One of the earliest recorded encounters dates back to the late 19th century. During this period, the world was rapidly changing, with explorers and traders venturing into uncharted territories, often with little regard for the indigenous populations they encountered. An Indian merchant ship ran aground on the island, and while the crew managed to escape, they were met with a barrage of arrows from the Sentinelese. This incident was a stark reminder of the tribe's determination to remain isolated and protect their homeland from any perceived threats. This initial encounter set the tone for future interactions, highlighting the tribe's fierce determination to protect their isolation. The Sentinelese have consistently demonstrated their unwillingness to engage with outsiders, a stance that has remained unchanged over the years. In the 1970s, a National Geographic team, hoping to film a documentary about the indigenous people of the Andaman Islands, made several attempts to approach North Sentinel Island. Their goal was to capture the unique culture and way of life of the Sentinelese on film. Despite their peaceful intentions, they were met with hostility. The Sentinelese, wary of any outsiders, saw the film crew as a threat and responded with aggression. The Sentinelese showered their boat with arrows, forcing the team to abandon their mission. This encounter underscored the tribe's resolve to remain undisturbed and their readiness to defend their territory against any intruders. This encounter served as a stark reminder of the dangers of approaching the island and the futility of forcing contact. The Sentinelese have made it clear that they do not wish to be disturbed, and any attempts to do so are met with fierce resistance. Another telling incident occurred in the 1990s when a group of Indian anthropologists, hoping to establish peaceful contact, left gifts of coconuts and bananas on the beach. These gifts were intended as a gesture of goodwill, an attempt to bridge the gap between the two cultures. The Sentinelese, however, responded with a mix of curiosity and aggression. While they did examine and collect some of the gifts, their actions also conveyed a clear message of caution and distrust. While they did collect some of the gifts, they also shot arrows at the anthropologists, indicating their unwillingness to engage in any form of interaction. This incident further highlighted the tribe's desire to remain isolated and their readiness to defend their autonomy. These historical encounters paint a clear picture of the Sentinelese's resolute stance on their isolation. Their actions over the years have consistently demonstrated their commitment to preserving their way of life, free from outside influence. Their message is clear: they do not want contact and they will defend their territory and their way of life at any cost. The Sentinelese stand as a testament to the enduring human spirit and the desire to live life on one's own terms, undisturbed and free from external pressures. Perhaps the most well-known and tragic encounter with the Sentinelese occurred in 2006. Two Indian fishermen, Sundar Raj and Pandit Tiwari, were fishing illegally for mud crabs in the waters surrounding North Sentinel Island. Their boat drifted too close to the shore and they were attacked and killed by the Sentinelese. Despite attempts by the Indian authorities to recover the bodies, the Sentinelese stood their ground, preventing anyone from approaching. This tragic incident sent shockwaves around the world, highlighting the very real dangers of encroaching on the Sentinelese's territory. The Indian government, in response to this incident, further strengthened the restrictions on approaching the island. The message was clear: the Sentinelese were to be left alone, their isolation respected, their territory off limits. The price of curiosity, as this tragic incident demonstrated, could be death. The story of Sundar Raj and Pandit Tiwari is a stark reminder of the importance of respecting boundaries. It underscores the fact that the Sentinelese are not a tourist attraction, but a people fiercely protective of their home and their way of life. Their isolation, their hostility, is their way of ensuring their survival, and it's a right that we must respect.